The self, your being, is innately egoless. There is, in truth, not even a trace of the possibility of a separate individuality and its consequent differentiation. Described in the Vedantic scriptures, such as the Upanishads, as Satchidananda, being, consciousness, bliss. It is most eloquently revealed in the silence of Sri Bhagavan, in the silence of Dakshinamurthy. For as the Maharshi has declared, silence is that in which no I arises. That in which no I appears, no other difference appears. Only if there is the notion of I will there be the notion of this. Only if there's the assumption of individuality will there be the further ideas of a mind, of thought as being existent, of a person, of embodiment, of a world, of this, etc. in the world. But being, consciousness, bliss, your own very nature, your very existence, is innately egoless. It is thus unborn and imperishable. That which is innate is always so. The real ever is, the unreal never comes to be. The entirety of suffering relies on ignorance. The entirety of such delusion is rooted in false definitions regarding oneself. The primal wrong definition is the idea of I, just the supposition of existing as an individual. With that supposition, there will be differences seen everywhere, with God, with the world, and so on. Without that I, where are the differences? For whom? Being, that is the self, is innately egoless. So who is to stand apart from your very existence to be ignorant of it? Similarly, who is to stand apart to know it? By the Maharshi's instruction, if we inquire profoundly, who am I? The false individuality, being unreal, vanishes. The self is then said to be realized. But who realizes what? Delusion has become impossible, but it never really was possible. Death has been overcome, but immortal being is the innate. The mind has been dissolved, but the consciousness was always one without a second. Suffering has been abolished. But the bliss of the innate is the perfect fullness, which knows neither cause nor condition. Therefore, self-knowledge is not a new attainment, but it is self-luminous, shining, when ignorance consisting of misidentification is destroyed. To destroy such ignorance, inquire within yourself, who am I? Your own self exists, but not as an object, thus without birth and death. This being is simultaneously consciousness. It is already beyond thought and perception. The Maharshi's silence reveals the reality which ever is. In that there can be no question of the unreal, something other, something else. To realize this for yourself, inquire just as he instructed. Find out your own nature. Your own nature found, Brahman has been found. Brahman has found Brahman. Discern that within you, which is neither perceived nor conceived. Not a perceiver, not a conceiver. Not this or something objective. Not I, some supposed entity. Discern that within yourself which is ever existent, of the nature of undivided consciousness, of the nature of uncaused bliss, that which has no beginning and no end, which is utterly non-dependent, unattached to anything. Discern that in yourself which is not a body, not a mind, not any kind of thing. What you discern will be what you are. And that no words, no thoughts can describe or grasp. They all turn back, unable to grasp. If what is being indicated is for some reason not apparently your own complete experience, ask yourself why. The reason will trace to some false definition. The definition will always be rooted in I. Who am I? Inquire, and thus put to an end all of the imagined bondage.